play the strings, I'll sing all night. I need a remedy, and melodies always make me feel alright. If you set the scene, I'll dim the lights. Creating memories, we treasure these forever throughout our lives. You can be my remedy, my therapy, all through the night. I can feel your energy, you healing me, stars align. If you play those keys, I'll feel alive. It's the chemistry, I feel it deep. The strength I had lost revives. You know how it feels to sink in time. It's so heavenly, serenity forever throughout our lives.
it all seems to be working pretty well. At least I think. There's some really bright flowers right over here. These right here. Oh, I didn't notice the tree with the white flowers. And also, hi, Laskel. I don't think I said hi, but I saw the emotes. Hope you're having a nice day. I should look and make sure there are not any other emotes that I didn't see before, because my TTS doesn't really for emotes, and this app I didn't have it running, so it doesn't update chat. No, I guess I didn't. Just another one from Laskel. Howdy meowdy. Howdy meowdy, Mr. Winnie Cat. This tree looks really colorful. One right in front of me. I like these bushes. The ones back there had the really bright red flowers, and then these also. How are you both doing, Mr. Winniecat and Laskel? Look at this one. It looks like one of those stringy trees, like that one right there. Like this. This is a different color. Maybe because it's smaller, or it might be a different kind of tree. These haven't bloomed yet. There's a couple right up here at the top that have. Oh, there's a couple here also. Or at least they haven't opened yet. Most of them. Whatever is maybe what I mean. I guess these are flowers. These like things in the middle. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I guess they're like these. Yeah, I know I come here a lot. I hope it doesn't get too boring, but I kind of just wanted to walk around. I couldn't decide what I wanted to really do. I thought about going bike riding, but I kind of wanted to just come here and see what the flowers look like. And I thought, well, I guess I might as well stream if I'm gonna come here and see what everything looks like. Cool.
Like the streaming. Look.
Oh, look at this right here. This one. So these are rhododendrons, I guess, the two with the red flowers. Cool. So I was hoping like I said, I've come here a lot, but I like coming here and kind of just want to walk around the garden today. And I thought, well, maybe somebody would like watching, even if some people are like, I don't know. I feel like it would probably get boring, or at least for some people. But I figured, well, somebody would probably like watching, so figured I'd stream here. I don't see any fish today. It's been a while since I've been here and not seen fish in this pond. I've been seeing them every time. Weird. Oh, there's one. I see one way over there. I caught it right before it like swam behind the blackberry bushes. Okay, sweet. Oh, here's some of these things that I was talking about at the other garden I went to last Monday. That was good, growing in that creek. They really, really like water. I had thought about going back to the garden that I went to last week because there's so many trails there. Last week I didn't have a huge amount of time, so I just went. I walked around all the camellias where the most of the flowers were, and then went over and took a while getting coffee and stuff, and kind of went back and forth from the main trails. But there's so many, and yeah, this is the one winged duck is at. But yeah, I had thought about going back there just because I don't ever get bored. It never gets boring. I said that weird. I was trying to say I never get bored there, and it never gets boring at the same time. I never get bored walking around that one because there's like so many trails, and I don't think I've still even walked on all the trails there. But I kind of decided I probably wouldn't, and then I decided I wanted to do some yard work before I went and streamed someplace. And then I started having fun doing yard work, and did a whole bunch of yard work. Like, spent like 3 times as long as I meant to on yard work. So then it ended up kind of getting late. Just like not really enough time to go there anyways, and not have a lot of time there. So figured I'd come here since I've been wanting to come here anyways. Also, this is a smaller garden, so you don't really need multiple hours to walk around it, and it's closer, less traffic to drive through. Like, you don't want to drive all the way through downtown. I was wondering if the phone made that look so bright. It does. It's this like funky color of yellow. Guess a Japanese maple. Yeah. All the flower petals, like tons of them. Oh, all up under here. Like all over the place. A whole bunch down there also. But this is like a whole bunch of camellias together, like tons and tons of them. So there's like flowers all in there in the middle of the leaves that you don't even see that much. Or I don't really notice at first until I start looking at all flower petals, and then started looking for where they came from. These trees are cool. The way the trunks grow and everything. It doesn't look like that large of a tree, like as far as from the outside, but there's like multiple of them. See, and they just grow sideways. But like, oh well, this one, I guess they cut it off / the trunk broke off. Kind of looks like it used to stick out over the trail, but like the way the branches grow out, it looks more like a bush, but it's like a really long tree. One has this tree here is also just like huge, or maybe it's multiple of them. This thing has all these little fuzzy looking things. Or maybe they're more, after I saw the large one, they look more prickly than fuzzy. That weird. I was wondering why it moved so much when I was zooming in and out. Maybe I just zoomed in and out more than I meant. So this tree, this branch has died. I guess it's laying on the ground kind of now. And those have died. This one is still alive. And then the trunk is like just extremely like it just goes all over the place, extremely like twisted up in branches. And then there's these that stick out. Pretty cool. Oh, I see. Do you have your new internet yet? That you were supposed to be getting? Oh, hi, Ari. It was good. How was yours? Well, actually, I was going to say my weekend just started, but my 2 days off just started. But yeah, my weekend was good. Which, I mean, I had one of the days of the weekend off. I went to a comedy show. Did you get to go see the cherry blossoms this weekend? Or did you give up on them? I don't know if they'd still... I feel like most of them would be gone by now. If... Well, they're installing it Thursday? Ooh, cool. I gave up on them and always next year. I guess you could look easy. I since they have the stream, which I haven't looked, but like the other cherry blossoms I've like drove by in other parts of the town that were like really, you know, nice when those were nice, they've lost all their blossoms, or almost all of them. Kind of last time I went there, which was 2 weeks ago, so it might be a bit late now. The pink ones, so they have those cherry blossoms that were white, and then those other trees with the pink blossoms, they were just starting to blossom. I don't know how long they blossom for. They might be like really, really nice right now, and there were quite a few of them around. I had really thought about going to the Arboretum again because I had so much fun walking around it last week. But I had kind of decided I probably wouldn't do that. And then I went outside to do some yard work and got motivated and did a lot of yard work. So it was starting to stream late. So didn't really have enough time to do that. I think tomorrow is supposed to rain, or I would maybe try to do that. Like, go to Arboretum again, and then we'll walk all the way to the college. And I could see if the pink ones are really nice looking. I got a lot of I hadn't done any, like, weeding or anything in our yard. We have a bunch of flower beds and stuff, like where we put mulch around, and it grows weeds over the winter, and some grass. I usually kind of just, like, it's cold in the winter and I don't really want to pull them up, so I wait until the spring. So I'd been kind of behind on all that. So I cut the grass last Wednesday for the first time, at least front yard. The backyard hasn't really grown enough to need cutting yet. Well, thank you for the sub, Mr. Winnie Cat. So I got actually most of the other weeding I need to get done today. I really like this here, the pond and the nice flowers. I'm kind of excited that everything's growing, even if it means I have to start mowing again and stuff. It'll be nice until it gets dry and everything starts dying. Like when it gets really dry in the summer. There's just a few of them that are open. Oh, and I was thinking about it because I remembered this sub notification. I've set up a stream robot. If I did it right, it should post when people do watch streaks in chat. So I shouldn't miss those anymore. Because this app shows like subs and stuff, but not watch streaks. And I keep doing IRL streams and I don't see the watch streaks. And then like say the next time I'm gonna go stream, like days later, I'll go and just change my stream title or something on the dashboard, and I'll see that I had watch streaks that I missed like the stream before. I've done that multiple times. There was actually, I think, like 3 streams in a row or 2 streams in a row. It's like I'd miss one, and then before the next stream, I'd see that there was a watch streak I had missed. So, I shouldn't miss them anymore. Assuming what I set up actually works. I triple checked it all to make sure I didn't misspell something. Usually if it doesn't work, it's because I misspelled something. There's another tree right there. Oh, this one looks dead. This tall one? Like, I think the whole thing's dead. Oh, no, never mind. Well, or is it? Wait, are those needles off of its branch or a different one? No, that's off of it. It does have some needles down here. I guess it does up there also. It just has so much freaking moss on it, or fungus or whatever it is, that it almost looks dead. And I saw these, but I thought they were a branch off of that tree at first. Crazy. Oh yeah, I was talking about those trees earlier. Look how long these are, these bushes or whatever. Like, they come out of the ground over there, and they go way the freak out here. Huh. Some of them, like that one's growing more up. These might mostly be growing along the ground, just trying to get out from under the other trees to get light. I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess maybe it's these needles right here. It's like close to the ground, so I'd say like a bush. And it looks like a bush from here, but like it doesn't grow that high off the ground. But they're growing really, really long along the ground. So I assume it's actually a tree since it has a really long like trunk or whatever. So is this the same thing right here? And is this one just growing taller? Because these here, some of them are growing up, and it's like those branches there, I guess. But like some of them look like they were just growing out along the ground and then up a little bit to like get out from under the other trees. I don't know if that's what they were actually doing or if they just like growing along the ground. This kind of looks like the same kind of tree, but more bushy and not growing long around the ground. I was looking at what the trunk looked like in there. So yeah, who knows? I don't know if this is a tree or a bush. Here's the other side of the pond where I was standing at over there by those bushes earlier. I'll walk over to it on this side and see. I didn't see any fish standing on that side. I haven't seen as many fish this time so far as last time. Because the big pond, I only saw one fish in it. Oh, there's fish down there. They're just over on this side. So you couldn't really... Oh, some of them have gotten larger. I assume they take them out. Maybe they raise them in here and take some of them out and put them in the big pond. Because this is like the size... See his phone? Yeah, this is like the size I'm used to seeing in here. But there's some pretty large ones down there. Larger than I think what I've seen other times. I'll show you maybe where you can see them better through the glare. Yeah, they're not swimming around as much as they have before, and they're not chasing me. Oh. I just kind of looked up from my phone enough to like see it fly over my head. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of changes different times of the year. Seems like it gets muddy if it's been raining a lot. And if it hasn't been raining a lot, then it'll like clear out a little bit. Plus it depends on the pond. But this one and a few of the others that don't have the creek running through them will get pretty clear sometimes if it hasn't been raining a lot. picture from this way. Flowers and then pond and more flowers. You hear that owl? Did the mic pick that up? Sounded like it was off over that way. There you go. Hoo, 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 hoo. Or whatever. At least it sounded like an owl. But it was like pretty quiet. Okay, cool. This does pretty good picking up background noise. You wouldn't think you want it to be pretty good at picking up background noise, but sometimes you do. We're going to go into the trees. Okay. Let them come back. Okay, come on. It's only a single file width.
Yeah.
Or one-way width or whatever is, I guess, what I mean, but only wide enough for one person. There is a lot of crows up there making a lot of noise. It's in those trees up there. Yeah, like I have that wireless mic that I use bike riding, and if I bring it, like if I'm gonna drive very far, I will hook it up there also and use it in the car, so the road's not so loud. But for like walking around in the garden, I like using the iPhone mic, so you can hear like the birds and stuff. At least I like watching IRL streams. If there's not a lot of like, road noise, machines and stuff, if it's nature. I like watching people that there's a lot of them up there. Flying all over up there. I should. Interesting. I should go to one of the places. I don't know if it'd be that fun to watch or not. It'd be so loud. I was gonna say I should go to one of the places where they nest. I was reading about it. There's where are all the nesting areas? There's some place they nest in Renton. I'm not sure where. And then there's, I think, some place over around Seattle that they nest. This is in Seattle, but I don't ever normally see that many crows here. And there's a place they used to nest in Bothell near the college, or roost or whatever, like roost for the night. Like they'll fly all around, and then in the evening, most of them, or maybe all of them, just group up in like, you know, big groups. So there's multiple places they do that. And I was reading about something, the one in Bothell, like by the college, they just like, that nesting area just like moved. They were saying, I guess there's, I think the article I read, they were interviewing somebody that worked at the college in Bothell, and he like tracks them, and he said part of the roost moved to Redmond, and then like a few weeks later the rest of it moved to Redmond, and he had no clue why, because they don't really know why they roost in areas like that at night, like together. Like it, you know, might be because then they're like safer from predators, if I remember right, or, you know, in the evening they'll spend a bunch of time making like noise, like they don't know if they like talk to each other, like exchange information or like what, because I guess crows are supposedly like pretty smart. But anyways, I thought that was kind of interesting. And that one of them just like recently moved, like roosting areas. I think like at least like a few months ago or something, like recently. Or maybe it was last fall. I don't think they do that often, because I don't know if they really said, but it made it sound like most of the roosts around here are like areas they've been roosting at for like years. So they like, it seemed like they find a roosting area, or at least how I took it, and like, well, mostly just roost in that area for years and years. So like them moving is like not that common. So I think mostly they don't move roosting areas. Just like every now and then. And they said they weren't sure why they moved. They said that there was some new development kind of close to their roost in Bothell. And they don't know if like that scared them off, or if like some of them just like found another roost that was better and then the rest of them moved, or like, you know, if they moved because they didn't like the one in Bothell anymore, or if it was, or if they just happened to find one, like, you know, in a place in Redmond that was better, or like what. Maybe they cut down some of their trees with the old roost, and the crows were like, screw this, we're gonna go find somewhere else. So these ponds have a creek that runs through them, so they usually stay dirtier, even in the summer, because I guess the creek washes more stuff into them. But like the other ponds over there I was looking at, like where that had the fish, doesn't have a creek going through it. So it will get like clearer sometimes. I mean, this gets clearer also, but this one, these ponds with the creek get really, really muddy looking if it's been raining a lot. Because this is a pump house where they pump water up there to the waterfall, and it runs back down here. So some of this water is water from the waterfall they've pumped out, but there is a creek that goes through here. Right down there is where it runs out of the garden. I want to go down there and see how much water. Actually runs out. Like under that bridge. I guess there's quite a bit of water. So this is how much runs out of the garden. It has been raining, like, you know, quite a bit. Like, I mean, it hadn't been super dry. So I guess the creeks are doing pretty well. Oh, there's a pipe right there where it takes the water out. Alright, I'm gonna move somewhere else. I assume that's really loud on stream. Oh, so this is like, I think the flowers are so large that it's making the branches like kind of like fall over, like droop down. I was like, why does it look so weird? And there's like branches like sticking out in the trail, but I think it's because it has most of its flowers. Like not very many of them have dropped off. They look cool. The like multicolored ones. You can't see that very well because of the lighting, but it's like this one right here. I'll just zoom in. Yeah, it is. Oh, hi, Alice. Yeah, it's a pretty nice day today. It was warmer earlier. Like, it was warm enough that I wasn't sure if I hardly even wanted a jacket or a really, really thin jacket. But I wore a little bit warmer one, and it's cooled off a lot since like 2 hours ago. How are you doing, Alice? Hope you're having a nice day. Oh, you can see the flowers better on this side. More light. Although these look, some of them look older. I'm good. I'm just off today. Didn't have to work, so and it's warm enough that I thought I'd go walk around the garden. So this is the creek that goes out of the waterfall. So this is pumped water. What that pump down there is pumping. actually pumps quite a bit of water. Huh. So this rhododendron right here, they cut back a lot. I noticed it was small, but see, has a lot of big branches that they've just cut off. Maybe it's just growing too large than what they want here. Or maybe you're supposed to prune them. Or at least when they're smaller. Let's go kind of almost over the creek. This pond used to be higher because the creek comes through this one. It runs in right there, and it used to run out right here over those rocks. But I guess it started running out somewhere else, like through here, because there's like concrete there. It looks like they like built this up to make the pond, but I guess it's like leaking someplace and not running over the top like it's supposed to. So the whole thing's like, so usually like in the, especially in the winter when it's been raining lots, these rocks right here would, you know, mostly be underwater. So it's like almost a foot lower than normal, or 6 inches lower. All right, I'm gonna go walk up the hill, I guess. We can only go up this trail right here to the left, but we can walk around the corner. See if there's any other trees other than this one. So yeah, I don't know what kind of tree this is. It's like the cherry blossoms had like really like white, or they were maybe a little pink, but mostly white blossoms. And these are really pink blossoms. And these look kind of like the ones I was talking about at UW. Like the cherry blossoms were in the quad, and then there were a bunch of pink blossom trees somewhere else that were just starting to bloom last time I was there, like 2 weeks ago. And I'm assuming they're the same kind of tree as this, and I've seen a few more around town, and they all look really nice right now. So I think now would be the best time to go there to see these pink ones. Maybe they're like, I assume they're a fruit tree, but instead of cherry tree, maybe they're like different kind of cherry tree, or I was trying to think what else they'd be fruit-wise, because like I think the cherry blossoms are actually cherry trees, as far as they grow these little tiny cherries that aren't really edible. And like anything else that something would grow, like this can't be like a pear tree or something, because I don't remember ever seeing pears on any of the trees, and I assume those would be like, you know, more normal size. All right, we're going up here. This thing is nice. I like these flowers. So this whole creek, all these waterfalls, is what they pump water for that pump house down there. These rhododendrons are mostly not blooming yet. There are some down there that look really similar that are more, most of them. I wonder if these bloom later since they're up on the hill, or if it's like different kind. All right, I'm gonna go up this trail. There's an overlook up here, and it's like as high as you go, top of the hill, into the garden, pretty much. And then head back down. This is like basically the highest point here. I guess it's the garden overlook. So you can even see the, well, you can't really see, you can't see the mountains. You can see some of the tops of the ridges over that way. You can see quite a ways. Yeah. It's like during the week, and I mean, I was expecting it to be busier. A lot of times when I come here during the week, there's not that many people, but it's like warmer than, I guess last week there were a bunch of days when it was warmer than this and sunny. So compared to that, it's not that nice of a day, but compared to like what it's supposed to be tomorrow and stuff, it's a nice day. Yeah, it's really nice. I mostly have the whole place to myself. Just overlooking then this thing, whatever this is. These behind it are some trails that go over to a subdivision. I think pretty much is where they go. Oh yeah, you can see someone's house over that way. I guess that's oh, that might be where they keep gravel for the garden. And then the edge of the houses. Yeah, I don't remember if you can see more of the mountains past that or not. Like when it's not cloudy. I don't think you can. You see funky shelter and 2 benches under it. So I'm actually not sure what ridge or mountain it is. I think from here, I think that would be Cougar Mountain, which I've gone on some hiking trails and walked. You can see houses on that part, but like people live on kind of this side of it. I think, is there another ridge that would be in the way? So the part you can see sticking up there is, I think, closer to where the hiking trails are. And if I remember right, you can't see the Cascades over it. Like we're too low down. I'd assume you'd be able to today. These clouds don't look that awfully low. Like, they might keep you from being able to see Mount Rainier, but I don't think like all the cascades. And here's where the creek starts, or where the water they pump up here, where it comes out at for the waterfalls. Oh, saying Mount Rainier reminds me, I want to try to go up there before all the snow melts. So I might try to in a few weeks, either on Monday or Tuesday probably. Since I have every Monday and Tuesday off. Drive down to Mount Rainier. That's where I went, like to Paradise, where I went back in October, I think, and walked around. I wouldn't be able to walk up all those trails because they'll be snow covered. I mean, I could walk a little ways up through the snow on them, but I couldn't walk that far on them anyways without losing cell service. So at least I couldn't walk much further while streaming anyways. And Stevens Canyon's closed in the winter, but Starlink worked on the roads up there, so I think I'll try to do it whenever I think I'm going to do something else also, like multiple streams, and where it's worth paying for a month of Starlink, and then go pay for Starlink and go there so I can, stream part of the drive also when I don't have a cell service. Nice to come here. Mm-hmm. Actually thinking about it, I've tried going down the Rainier in the winter, and the road was like closed. You could go up to Longmire, and there was snow there, but I've never been, I've been to Paradise like middle of June when there was still some snow up there, but I've never been up there like in the actual winter, which I guess it's not the actual winter anymore, it's spring, but I think there should still be plenty of snow up there. I mean, it didn't snow up there that much this year, but it still would be a lot more than there was in June, which is the most snow I've ever seen there. All right, I'm gonna go down this way and go over the bridge. Oh, this pond here is a lot clearer than most of the other ones. Like, you can see all the way down to the bottom, like really easy. Weird. So that makes me think it's not the creek washing stuff into the garden if the first one the creek runs into is the clearest. Maybe it's just stuff growing in all of them. So this one actually has the most like fresh water and the least algae or whatever growing in it. Oh, and I've said this before, but I guess I'll say it again for anyone that's didn't watch before when I was here. It wasn't this garden, but it was a different garden I went to that had some bridges like this and some plaques that told about them. And it said that this was like, so bridges like that, which is like you'd normally see in a Japanese garden, or you would, I think is what people, you know, like think you'd look at, like you'd see in a Japanese garden, the like really like sloped concrete bridge. And they said traditionally this is how they were made, like they out of wood and dirt or wood and gravel. So it's like a real kind of like bridge that they made, but like this is how they started out as, which is kind of cool. And I guess they, you know, these were popular, like making bridges like this, and I guess had them in gardens. And then I don't remember exactly. Kind of sounded like people just liked the way they looked, so they started making them in concrete and like, you know, like curved more. Like once they started making like concrete bridges. Kind of weird. The railings are curved. Like, did they find curved branches or logs, or did they bend those? But there's a couple of these like this in this garden. And then that's the only one like that. That has the red railing and everything. Anyways. I think that was at SeaTech Botanical Garden. It's like a botanical garden, and in one little section of it is a Japanese garden, and they have a bunch of plaques telling about stuff. And I think that's where the plaque was at that told about the bridges. Oh yeah, you can see it better here. See, the water's like super clear in this pond. Like you can see the leaves down there in the bottom of it, like really well. There are no fish in this one. Which actually, I don't think I've ever seen fish in any of the ponds that the creek runs through. I assume maybe they stay too cold or something. I've just seen fish in all three of the larger ones over there that don't have a creek going through them. Oh, there's a whole bunch more of those plants with the yellow flowers. They just aren't flowering right now. So this tree, they've like cut it back a whole bunch. I wonder why. Like a lot. Like it used to be pretty big. Kind of interesting. Probably just growing into all the other trees. And they want it to be, well, I guess maybe it is more like a bush. But they want it to be more like bush shaped. Oh, it looks like it was growing out so much. All of these look like they were like growing sideways trying to get light. It's probably killing everything around it. Oh yeah, this is that pond again. You can see it better on this side. It's like concrete they built up like a dam, and it's just leaking through it someplace instead of running over. Guess what? That pond, the clear one I was looking at, is like right there, and it runs through under that bridge to here. And this one's like way dirtier. Kind of weird how that one pond's so much cleaner than the other ones. Maybe just walking out here on this bridge. We walked through, came out the trail over there and walked up that way earlier. Oh, I wonder. Oh, there's the one winged duck. Or I think that's the one winged duck. Down there. These are other like Japanese garden style bridges. Or what I would call it, Japanese garden style bridges. It goes out to the island. Waterfall, or the rocks look nice. It's like washed petals down the creek, and they've hung on all the rocks. And here's the duck. I guess he's gotten hurt somehow before. Only has one wing. He lives here. I see him like pretty much every time I ever come here. There's even a the thing on the information kiosk when you go in the garden talking about him. So I think they actually feed him, if I remember right, what it said. Like the people that work here, they keep up the garden. So he's basically like the garden pet duck. Plus, I guess there's stuff in the garden to eat. I was taking pictures with another phone of the water there. Anyways, I guess I'll head back over to the other side. I wonder, is there there used to be a bathroom right down here. Is there, or porta potty? I usually use bathroom on the other side of the garden, but they're closed because they're redoing them. There's still one here. I thought I'd go pee real quick because I drank a bunch of coffee before I started walking around here. There is still. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna pee real quick. And then we'll go walk back that way. Over to the other side, because I think we've walked pretty much all around here. So anyways, I'll be back in like 2 minutes or something. Alright, I am back. I wasn't paying attention to the time. I thought it looked like it was getting darker, and it's 7:20, so I guess it is. It's like, I'm not actually sure when sunset is. Probably like 7:40 or something. So it's like 20 minutes till sunset. So that's why it's getting so much darker under the trees here. I was thinking that when I walked over here, I was like, dang, it's getting dank. It's just getting colder also. It's actually kind of chilly out here now for what it were. What time is the sunset? $7:57 tomorrow. Oh, that's later than I thought. I guess it does start getting like faster every day. Like how many more minutes of daylight you get per day. Like later in the year. Yeah, the sunset's almost 8 o'clock. Now. Pretty sweet. So I think there's a magnolia, which is what, like, I think it's the same tree as that one over there. But this one blooms later. Because none of them are all the way open yet. Well, I assume the same as this one. Also. Oh, I didn't go walk by these ponds over here. So I'll go do that and then we'll go back that way. Or I might actually just walk over towards that area of the garden on one of these trails over this way. You have just about only been the only one here. Yeah, there were more people earlier, like when I first got here. And it seems like it's gotten like more and more deserted. There was a couple walking through earlier nearby, and then I saw them walking over towards the entrance, and I hadn't seen anyone since then. I wonder if I am the only one here now. Somebody stuck combs and a flower in this. So I've seen fish in this pond. Most of the time I don't ever see any, but I've seen a couple times coming here, I've seen fish here. This one's really like dirty. Oh, here's another one of those wood bridges. This one's concrete, and that one's not humped up as much as the one earlier, but still see like little like logs kind of, and gravel over them, or rocks. So last time I could see fish from, oh, there are fish down there. Some really, really tiny ones. So there's some fish down in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see them on the phone. I only can see them sometimes when they move. And standing on a bridge and staring at your phone, trying to look for fish, and then looking up and looking into the water is like slightly scary. Like, sometimes when I look into the water, I have to look up from my phone and into the water. I have to like actually work to keep my balance. Like, I really don't want to fall in. Well, it stuff probably smells nasty. Anyways, I've seen a few there's a couple little fish like right here. Oh yeah, you can see them now. Little tiny ones. I feel dizzy now. Standing there, looking at my phone and then into the water and at my phone like so many times while making sure I don't fall in off the bridge. I don't remember where this one goes. Oh, it just goes up and runs in to the lower one. Just goes up under the rock bench here. You just sit and it's a nice view. Oh, it looks like it's getting dark enough. Oh yeah, the wide angle lens is kind of pixelated, bad quality. I guess I should stay on this one. It'll just, bob a little more. As soon as yeah, that looks really bad. Even on my phone. So I said there's no creek running into these ponds. I'm not actually sure. That big one that has fish in it, there's water running into it. I'm pretty sure they pump that water into that because there's no creek then running towards that pond on that side of the garden. This one right here, there's a little creek like right here. I forgot about it. So there's a little creek here. It just comes out of there's water here at least. It comes out of the ground and runs across this path and into the pond. But there's no water, on any of the trails further up than this. So I don't know if they pump water out right here or if this is like a spring or something. I also don't know why it's so orange. I've always wondered that. Is that the dirt or some algae or something that's growing in it? Or like what? Kind of interesting. Huh. These up here are a little more pinkish or reddish. It's another really bright maple tree. I mean, there's also a pipe here. Wait. That I can definitely hear water running through. So it kind of makes me think that they pump water into that creek over there. And this pipe's going over to it or something. Oh, look at these flowers. Some funky leaves, like huge leaves. Hello, thank you for the follow. You're welcome. I do like, I'd actually say mostly IRL streams at this point. Depends on the weather though. Half IRL and half like gaming. Gaming's mostly like VR, like Beat Saber. Talking about that, I have been thinking about, I've been saying I don't want to play Beat Saber days that I work because I don't want to have to go play and get sweaty and take a shower and then go to work and then take another shower when I get home, get off work. I have been thinking I could go days that it's rainy. So first I need to go to bed sooner when I get home so I don't stay up half the night and then get up early, and so then I'll get up earlier the next day enough to actually be able to stream before work. But then I could do more IRL streams before work instead of just my days off, and maybe play games like normal games where you don't sweat playing them, or VR games other than Beat Saber, and I could play those before work and maybe stream more than like twice a week, because I really haven't been streaming much. Did I? No, I did stream before last Monday. I streamed last Monday at the Big Garden in Seattle, and then I did that one really short stream Thursday or whenever that was. Cut this all back also. They cut this back because they wanted to keep it like, I don't know, round bush shape. You'd think cutting it back that much would kill it, but it has hardly any leaves. But I guess it'll just grow leaves back. These are really pretty. Most of them aren't open yet. There's just a few here and there. Is there a bird I can hear this way? I guess so. Yeah. I like these flowers here. There's multiple of the same kind of bush here. Oh, I forgot there was a waterfall here. I don't think this used to be here. I mean, I've seen it before, but I think this is newer, of like last year or year before or so. So this is probably what that pipe comes up here for. There's even a valve, it looks like, in the ground there. So that's kind of, I kind of assume that other little creek is pumped water, that the orange looking one that goes into the other pond. So I don't know where this goes. I guess they pump the water out and maybe it goes back into a drain right there and drains someplace. This is a nice little waterfall. Well, look, it's getting breezy. I wonder, my phone told me earlier there was a like winter weather advisory or something for up in the mountains, where it's supposed to snow a whole bunch tomorrow and the next day. I think it's between like tomorrow night and Wednesday morning or Wednesday night or something. And I think that said that there'd be up to like 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts. That's up in the mountains, but I wonder if it's going to be windy down here. Oh, I remember seeing these before. I really like these. I like the leaves being like the kind of yellow in the middle and then kind of multicolored flowers. Phone is really brightening them up. It's getting dark enough that they don't look that bright to me. I think the color is a little off. Let me change it a little bit. That looks closer to what it does to me color-wise. I don't know if that looks as nice on stream. Alright, let's back up towards the parking lot. I'm just gonna walk down here a little ways and turn around and walk back because there's a bunch of flowers. Whole bunch of camellias here. With like different kind of flowers. Are those birds making all that noise because of me? They were quieter. Now they're doing all kinds of stuff. It's cool. These are all camellias. And then there's like a pretty big variety. Like there's these really small petals, like compact flowers. And then like this other plant or bush has these larger petals and like the yellow like center. It's cool looking at all the variety. There's some more kind of compact ones. Yeah. They're quieting down now. They were really loud when I was walking right by the tree that they were in, which is why I was wondering if they were doing that because of me. So most of these are the same. Here's some red ones. Those are more, there's been multiple of them that had pink, like compact flowers, and then a bunch of the pink ones with the yellow in the middle. And here's some red flowers. Most of these are older, like dying. Trying to find a good one that you can actually see in the dark. Oh, and then I really like this one. It's like multicolored with yellow in the center. And I think there's one more down here that usually has a lot of flowers. Yeah, right here, light pink flowers. There's one more camellia down here that's blooming right now. These are the smaller petals, like compact ones. They're just like light pink instead of the really like dark pink ones. There's a little magnolia here. All right, anyways, just head back up this way and back towards the car. I guess you can tell I've been here a lot when I walk down the trail, and I know where all of the bushes are that would be blooming this time of year. It's really fun. Like, this is a nice place to go like all times a year. Like, looks like peppermint. That multicolored one. Oh, I guess it kind of does, yeah. It's like the pink and white one. But there's so many different kinds of plants here and everything. It's actually even cool just coming here in the middle of the winter, because there'll be some of the bushes, like in half the winter, there'll be stuff that will have some flowers and stuff, or like different colors and everything. And spring, you have like all the camellias and rhododendrons flowering. And there's one section where they plant flowers that usually look really nice in the summer. And then in the fall, it's really nice seeing all the leaves change and stuff. So it's just nice to come here a lot all throughout the year. I insist going up this way. That's the fastest way back. I'm gonna go back down this way and go over to the other side. I can walk up to that building that overlooks the pond with the big fish, and maybe go see if any of those other flowers are blooming. And that area is all up on the hill, so it'll be a little bit lighter. And we'll kind of walk through the other part of the garden. We hadn't been to it all today. I mean, I want peppermint candy now. Okay, I hadn't eaten dinner yet, so now I just want to eat candy. I saw one earlier. Candy and coffee sounds great. That doesn't sound like a good, like, healthy meal, but maybe the coffee would be fine with no sugar, but candy and coffee doesn't sound the best. I mean, it'd be really good to eat. So I'm gonna walk up to there and then and around that area a little bit and then head back. That's the like slight detour I'm doing. It is 7:52. I was like, It's like, oh, it'll be early enough. I can drink more coffee when I get home. I swear I'm not a coffee addict. No, I really actually am. It's bad. That's what happens when you make coffee. You drink the coffee, then also when you make coffee for people, then you drink a whole bunch of coffee. I always like these flowers also, this plant. I guess this is a rhododendron also, I think. Actually, might not be. I think it is, since they kind of come out in groups. But there are some leaves coming off of the branch further down and not just off of like a node. So it might not be a rhododendron. It doesn't look quite like some of the other ones. Here, look, his leaves on the other side. Looks kind of like a flower. I don't know if those are small leaves or an actual flower that's growing. I think these just pretty much have leaves. They look cool growing. The way the new ones grow. Oh, I see some ducks in there in the pond. Bit rate, come back. Where'd the bit rate go? I don't see any fish. Somebody set up tents up here. There's just the tents. There's no people here. Is someone gonna try camping here overnight? At least it looked like a tent. Oh wait, is that a... Could be a hammock, but it looks like a tent. I've never seen people try to camp here. Interesting. Oh yeah, so over here, this area is where there's a lot of flowers in the summer. It's like these mulch areas. They have a lot of flowers, usually in the summer, like wildflower type flowers that they plant. And in some of the bushes, I think flower. But anyways, I figured I'd go walk by that again and see if there was any flowers here, but there's not. Oh, it's trying to get dark enough because stream just doesn't look good. Right now it looks like it's daytime more. Here's some more really bright orange flowers. There were a lot of orange flowering bushes at Arboretum. This kind of looks like the same kind of bush or a similar one. Interesting. I was just thinking if it was the same kind. This is a Japanese garden, so I figured everything here was stuff that would like grow in Japan. And if this is the same kind as in Arboretum, those were native to New Zealand. I guess Pacific Northwest and Japan and New Zealand all are similar climates. Or, you know, parts of them. Parts of Japan and New Zealand. I guess it's part of why there's a lot of Japanese gardens here, because they live really well. So I wonder if all of this, if that's the same kind. I kind of wonder if all this stuff is actually native to Japan or not. Or if I wonder if Japanese gardens in Japan have like a lot of stuff from other climates, like New Zealand and stuff. Anyways, we're back to the end. So I guess I'll go find someone to raid. How about sitting there and doing that? But I kind of want to look at these first. Alright, cool. Awesome. Hey, good night, Mr. Winnie Cat. You and everyone else. Are there any benches out here? I don't remember. Nice places to sit. Hello.
Would you happen to know if they have a security over here?
Huh?
Would you happen to know if there is security over here or like an office?
Oh, like if they close it? Oh, to deliver?
Yeah.
Their maintenance buildings they have are over on that side.
On that side?
Yeah, I don't think they have an office, but
That's probably never delivered.
so like right up here,
Like a church?
like between here and the church, because if you go out to the road, there's a church.
Yeah.
If you go over to like almost a driveway, there's a little gravel almost to the road, there's a little gravel driveway that goes up to some maintenance buildings.
Okay. And
I don't know if it's gated or not, so
It's the same.
yeah.
as the-
Yeah, because they have a plant sale here like once a year, and they'll have it in those buildings right here.
I will check. Thank you.
So, yeah.
Thanks. But there's nobody over here, right?
No,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go read the thing about the duck. Poor UPS dude's trying to deliver something to the garden. That's interesting. And he's wondering if they had a maintenance building or something. So they had the plant sale in like a couple of weeks. And I've gone to the plant cell, which is why I know that those buildings are there. Because it's like, well, and I've seen people working on the garden, and like they have these like side-by-sides that they'll like drive over there. And they have a bunch of like stuff for working in the garden. Oh, here it is. Our one-winged duck. He has lived happily at the garden for several years. You may find him around. So we saw him today. Now you can see the truck. He's gone up the road. Now he's coming back down. He's having a hard time figuring out where to go. Anyways, I guess I'm just gonna sit down right here. This is a nice place to sit, and I'll go over and find someone to raid. We can look at the nice trees here. There's nice flowers there beside the gate. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope that was fun. Let's see. I was gonna look to see who's online, who I should raid, or if I should raid anybody. Let's see. I guess I could raid Void. Oh, Lack's playing Beat Saber also. I don't hardly ever raid Lack. I might raid Lack. I think I will. Alright. Anyways, hope it was fun to watch, and thanks for hanging out, and I hope you all have a nice rest of your day. Oh, it's getting dark and my hands are actually cold now. I didn't take gloves because it was oh gosh. That's why I've been sniffling just a tiny bit. Also, I didn't take gloves because it was so warm, but I wasn't planning on staying here quite this late. And it's gotten colder now. I've kept one hand in my pocket half the time, but I've been holding the phone the whole time with my right hand. Sometimes, especially when I'm not using wide angle lens, I try to hold it with both hands because I can hold it stiller. And good night, Ari. Good night. Let's go. Hope you both have a nice rest of your evening. I will try to stream tomorrow. I don't work tomorrow. I want to do a Beat Saber stream. Unless I change my mind. I wanted to play Beat Saber today also, but I wanted to go outside more. Wait, when's raid starting? Should be starting soon. Oh, it's fixing to start. So I guess we'll see.